Welcome back, everyone. We're in the recipe portion of the software. I want to point out a few things. If you've used our calculator in startingarestaurant.com, you'll notice there's a vast difference between the calculator and the software we've created. We're going to stick to the same hot wings example, but you'll see that a lot of things have changed, including the fact that the software will actually check multiple vendors if you buy from multiple vendors, the pricing. So as you set up these recipes, you can pick the lowest price or the highest price. And in my example, I'm going to pick the highest price because I want to make sure I'm charging the right amount to my customers. The other thing you'll notice is that I can actually create a recipe for a specific location, or I could say all. In this case, we're going to say all, and we're going to make hot wings available in all of our restaurants. So I'll start filling out the information and we'll go from there. So I entered the name Hot Wings. It's going to take about 10 minutes to cook. I'm going to make it part of my lunch. The serving size is 1 dry pound. Again, like I've mentioned before in starting a restaurant, that's about roughly 8 to 10 wings that we'll be serving. And in this next piece here, we're going to add the items. So notice that we have blue cheese and it gives me an option. These are the two vendors I buy blue cheese from. The difference is that one is charging me 10 cents an ounce while the other one is charging me 8 cents an ounce. We determine this when we actually enter our inventory, and if you watch the inventory video, then you understand how we got the 8 and the 10 cents by putting in how much we buy, the weight, its cost, and the software calculates the portioning size that we select. So it's 8 and 10 cents. So in this case, I'm going to say it's 10 cents. I want to go, like I said, with the highest item. I'm going to say it's 3-ounce fluid ounces. Notice that it picked up fluid ounces because I have fluid ounces defined under my vendor. So I'm going to add this item, and I'm going to scroll down so we can look at the rest of the items as I add them. Wings, again, I'm going to go with the most expensive, and I'll say it's 1 dry pound, so I'm going to add this item here as well. And let's take a look. We'll also need some wing sauce. Notice I only have one vendor because it might be a specialty wing sauce that I buy, so I don't want to buy from any other vendor. So I'll say it's roughly about 4 fluid ounces. And we need our celery sticks, so let's add that. Again, going with the highest vendor. I'm going to say it's about 3 ounces. I'm going to add the item. Once I'm done, notice that the software knows what my targeted food cost is. It doesn't have the rest of the math, so I'm going to put it in here. So let's put it in there. My total cost to make about 10 wings, which is a pound of hot wings, is $5.09. I'm going to sell it for $14.99. Tab out of there. Notice that the software has calculated my food cost, and it's basically telling me I have very high food costs. I'm at 33%, not my targeted 28%. At this point, I have an option to say, well, I'll leave it at $14.99. I have a good gross profit. I just won't throw away any wings. Or I can say, you know, it's going to cost more than 14. It's going to cost $17.99. And I'm still a little bit off, so if I want to, these are going to be very expensive wings, $19.99. And there we go. Now I'm at 25% food costs. There is a direct relationship with how expensive these items are. If I would have went with the less or the least expensive items, obviously I could sell my wings for less money, but in this case I went with the highest. So I was able to play around with the price, gave me an idea what my gross profit is, and I also know what my food cost is. So this is just an idea. Now, if you decided, well, I'm going with the highest, but I'm really buying low, then it's not a big deal. Then, you know, maybe you can get away with $17.99 and just leave it at that. And once you're done and you've done this, all you have to do is hit save. And by the way, you can also put in your notes here on how to prepare the wings. And once you saved it, your recipe is there. And if we go back to the recipes page and we do a quick search, here are my hot wings, so anytime I can edit it, I can look at it and see where I'm at and redo it, make changes to it, and that's all to it, to doing a recipe. Thanks.